Devi is like a super cool rock star. Hey, Padaharanala Telugu Juliet, Ekkada undo nanavudam. And Indra, I still remember that scene where that kid comes and taps on. Oh, that's an amazing score. Aam chimumetuna haddadu, Mumbai. That's it.
తర్వాత మణిగారి తర్వాత అంత బ్రేక్ ఇచ్చింది దేవిశ్రీ ప్రసాద్.
Yes, I think once I started working with Mani sir, the first person that outside Mani sir's campus that I got to meet was Devi garu. Devi is like a super cool rock star. He's literally a rock star. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
And I had super fun working with him for all Bommarillu, you know, the initial songs that I sang for him right until I think Yavadu, right until Yavadu. I think all whatever I had sung for Devi has been like a super fun session. So he again, he's also a huge Mani garu fan. You know, he's also come from the campus. He's also learned things
even
from there.
Mani garu played for Devi also.
Yes. So their friendship and everything. So when I go to Devi garu's campus, we still talk about Mani garu, and you know, generally I'm saying it's always a fun session and it's super.
Devi ఎక్కడ ఏదన్నా he will immediately appreciate.
Exactly. So with Devi, I think my first film that I saw, my first big hit actually, along with Devi was Bommarillu. Hey, Padaharanala Telugu Juliet, Ekkada undo nanavudam, nanavadi knife mate, Ekkada undo nanavudam. That was my first song. With Devi, and after that quite a few.
తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ జనరేషన్ తమన్.
Yeah.
మీ ఇద్దరు రాక్.
Taman is somebody I got to meet through Mani Sharma garu. Also,
you are all there.
Yeah, we were literally born. We all were raised together.
Yes.
Actually, Mani garu raised us together.
Yes.
Me, Rahul, Naveen, you know, Taman. Those were the best days. You know, even today when I really walk through those streets in Chennai, because Mani Sharma garu has moved from there.
No.
The kind of memories we have, it's like something irreplaceable.
Rahul Nambiar, Naveen,
all of us. It's like I said, it's typically we look forward when Mani garu calls for recording, like run, like, you know, it's like some fun place.
అదే అంటుంటారు, అక్కడ చిన్న కోరస్ కి పెద్ద సింగర్ని పిలిచిన వస్తారు, ఇక్కడ పెద్ద పాటకి చిన్న రావు. నిజంగా మ్యూజిక్ అక్కడ.
Because there we don't have no పెద్ద చిన్నది, nothing.
అవును, అసలు ఈగోస్ లేవు అక్కడ.
We're all students, we're all learning, we look forward to learning anything and everything Mani garu used to tell us we used to do, and we used to enjoy doing it.
అవును.
So
even re-recording choruses కూడా మీరు పాడారు.
Everything. We used to take great pride in telling that. So because we used to, with Mani garu we do everything, anything and everything.
మీకు గుర్తున్న re-recording chorus ఒకటి గుర్తుందా ఏదైనా?
I think Jagadame
yes.
Pokeri song. Lot. See there, especially Rahul, me and Naveen, Mani garu trained us so much that you know, after one point when we go for chorus sessions, we used to synchronize like crazy. Because in chorus, like, you have to sound like one. That is a very difficult process in chorus, because everybody think chorus is easy because 6-7 people together. It is the most difficult thing to do, and the training that we got from Mani garu was
it gives amazing. The mood of the
exactly. So we used to contribute to each other. Literally, even today we are such great friends thanks to Mani garu, because that's the kind of vibe that we worked with. Yes. And when if one person doesn't get something, and so you need to immediately learn to adapt. It's not about getting one and exactly sticking to it. Sometimes you need to mold, and you need to move into each other's zone, you know, and to try to and sing in unison, you know. That is an art that we learned from Mani garu, and we had super fun working.
Jagadame 3 voices or
3 voices, all
Muguru,
yeah. So we used to be like lead chorus. Even if there is a session where we have 15 chorus sessions, he'll put 3 of us separately. He'll say, you guys stand here, then the rest of them stand there. So anything, he'll immediately communicate with us, and then we'll communicate to them like that. You know, it used to be like a typical family affair, you know, with so many musicians. All of us used to
ఎందుకంటే
enjoy working.
Mani garu re-recording is చాలా బాగుండేది. ఇంద్ర గాని
Oh, Indra, I still remember that was, I haven't had the opportunity to work in Indra because that was exactly when I joined Manigaru.
Yes.
Maybe, but I'm sure with the re-recording sessions I would have definitely sung. I would have definitely sung. But I still remember because that was my first session in Mahathi, Hyderabad. So suddenly he asked me, you come to Hyderabad, will you come to Hyderabad? So for me it was a new first time. I've never gone anywhere out of Chennai. So I said, except for Kerala where my native is. So I said, okay sir, I'll come. So he dragged me to Mahathi in Hyderabad. And I don't know, I was like literally like a child lost in a fair. You know?
సందులో తప్పిపోయిన పిల్లవాడు.
Exactly. I was walking around in the studio, one string session, all these people are setting up this, then another rhythm section is setting up this. So I don't know what is going on. So, but he was, I was like his child, like pet child. I was like a pet, you know, walking around, like a dog or a cat, you know. So I come sit here.
That's the love.
That's the love. Exactly. So I used to enjoy that affection that he used to throw on me, and then I'll sit behind him, and then he'll write the scores and he'll give the violin segment, and then I don't understand what. But when they play and when you see it with the visual, it is mind blowing. And Indra, I still remember that scene where that kid comes and taps on. Oh, that's an amazing score, you know. So those kind of opportunities, priceless opportunities, Manigaru has given.
ఈవెన్ టాగోర్ మరి కొన్ని సీన్లో చిరంజీవి వస్తుంటే అవన్నీ ప్లే చేసినవి. తర్వాత అతడులో అనుకుంటాను
everything.
ఫోన్ పెట్టేసిన తర్వాత వస్తుంది సౌండ్, సాయో సాయో అని వస్తుంది. Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all voice.
lot of voices.
ఒక ప్రేక్షకుడిగా అంటే ఒక వ్యూయర్ గా మేమే గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నాం అంటే.
See, that is the only thing because even on Twitter, on Facebook, all these social media, we get such great responses when it comes to Mani sir's re-recording. They will tell us, they'll meet us and tell us, Manigaru, this song, this portion, this chorus, we heard you.
Yes.
So I used to think, I can understand if it is like a song. People identify me with. How are they able to identify me with a re-recording score? Because that is the kind of fan following and impact and the intensity with which they follow him.
Yes.
They follow Manigaru with that kind of intensity. So
he created a history in re-recording.
Very true.
After Ilayaraja, next Manigaru.
No doubt.
అంత అద్భుతంగా చేశారు. తర్వాత
Taman. So he's friend to us. You know, we are friends. We are complete.
I have seen lot of photos of you, side by side photos, you and.
So frankly, we are friends first, and then comes the aspect of our profession. We are friends with
businessman lo.
Lot of work. So we were very excited when he got his first.
Mumbai పాట వస్తుంది కదా. బాగా అంటే జనాలకు ఎక్కువ వెళ్ళిన పాట అది.
Correct. I know this is that Amchi Mumbai apna haddadu. Mumbai. That's the song.
మళ్ళీ బ్రేక్ వాయిస్ మీదే. Everybody recognize with that high pitch and break voice.
So that's a song again that Rahul and me, both of us have worked in, and I think Naveen also was a part of it. So
going back to do all the things, what is your music background before coming to the industry? You have learnt any classical music?
Yes. I was trained in classical Carnatic music since I was since my third standard. Like 9 years. Since then I've been learning classical Carnatic music in Chennai. So from Vidwan Kadalur Subramaniam sir, K.S. Kanagasingam sir, Trishur P. Ramankutti, P.S. Naraswamy sir, a lot of Gotuvadam Sri Ravi Kiran sir. From a lot of people I've got the opportunity. Carnatic Hindustani a little bit I learned from Pandit Kedar Gharath. He's a man who used to come from Coimbatore and teach. So Coimbatore, yeah. And a little of Western classical also, because we have that Paul Augustine. He's a very
Western classical and
Western classical music. That is the only form of music where they focus a lot on vocal projection. Because in our especially in our Indian thing, we focus more on bhava, we focus more on raga, we focus on a lot of other aspects. We don't think in terms of voice culture. But in Western classical, it's all tonality. You know, from your chest voice to your stomach voice to your head voice. There's a lot of detailing in how you project your voice. See, I'll give you a small thing. Like there's something in Western classical called the falsetto, where you go very high. But what you do is when you go on very high scales, normally you don't engage your throat or engage your chest. You engage your head. So when you do like So this is a technique. So where you go on a higher note, you use your head. You vibrate. Yeah, it's a higher octave. When you move to the higher octave, and you come back to your chest. So this is a technique. So what basically you do is Western classical, they teach you how to bridge between these voices. So that's a very interesting technique that you can learn from Western classical.
I have seen Joyce DiDonato Grammy Award.
Yeah, they do a lot of miracles. I didn't go too deep into it. I've just learned it just to understand the vocal techniques.
అది మన తెలుగు సింగర్స్ లో ఎవరు చేసేవాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు అని ఐ యూజ్ టు సెర్చ్ ఫర్ దట్. ఎనీబడి కెన్ డూ దట్. ఎందుకంటే మనం అందరం మీరు అన్నట్టుగా రాగా భావ తాళాకి ఇస్తారు తప్ప అంటే ఈ వాయిస్ ని తిప్పడం అనేది అది ఎవరున్నారు మీకు తెలిసినట్టు ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారు?
I think Kalpana does a lot of it. Yeah, she's very good with that. I mean, she's also learned formally classical, Western classical. I think she's one person who's I think traveled pretty deep.
Yes.
Compared to a lot of other singers, I'm saying. And then Sunita Sarathi, I don't know how active she is in Telugu, but
she's not very active. Sunita Sarathi.
She's an amazing Western vocalist. You know, she's very good with her tonality, tonality of singing. A lot of Rahman songs as well she's sung. I'm sure she Telugu also. Yeah. So she's somebody from the south who's very respected for her Western.
Coming to your family.
My family, yeah. I have a little 6-year-old daughter, and my wife is from Bombay.
She's Bharatanatyam.
She's learned Bharatanatyam, but she has actually done her Arangetram in Mohiniyattam.
Mohiniyattam. It's like Kerala.
Yeah, it's a typical art form from Kerala. So it's a very beautiful art form, and she had learned it from a guru in Bombay. So she was brought up in Bombay, like how I was brought up in Chennai. She was brought up in Bombay, and it was a pure arranged marriage. So I went and met her.
Before arranging, I think you have some. Some stories are there.
No. Actually, it's a pure arranged marriage. So
no, that is not true. Yeah. You have some affairs like that.
No. I'm not very good with relationships. So I've never tried too much with all that. But with
because I used to get some fillers.
Okay. See, people talk, you know, when generally a lot of people like to think that
handsome like that.
Well, I don't know much about that, but my family, as far as my family life is concerned, it's great. And so I met her in Bombay. I got married to her in 2007, and since it's almost 8-9 years now. So we have a little 6-year-old daughter. So that's, and then my parents are also in Chennai.
Okay.
My father is an ex-serviceman, and but he settled in Chennai. So he has his
business. So totally you have shifted from Coimbatore?
No, we from Kerala. I have still my Tarwad, and I have some ancestral home there. But my parents have been, I was brought up completely in Chennai. Completely in Chennai. Only born in Kerala, but brought up in Chennai. So my parents are still there.
Because you sang some Malayalam songs and Christian songs also. That's why.
Correct. Malayalam I've sung a lot. Not much compared to Telugu. Nothing. Telugu is the maximum I've sung.
300.
Yes, my maximum number.
Out of 800, 300 means almost near to 50%.
Correct. So that I'm extremely grateful also to the Telugu audience, because the kind of love that I keep getting even now from all the social media, it's unparalleled. It's still a shame that I can't speak fluently in Telugu, but I understand Telugu pretty well. I really want to, and I think I am going to take some serious initiatives to come to learn more Telugu, because now I can, like, people ask me, how do you sing?
No, that's what my about question.
People ask me, how do you sing in Telugu? But I think that's mainly because of my training under Mani Sharma Garu. And he has given me a proper training. He never compromises.
One thing. Kalejalo tata tisi tandoori, that word is completely you have given in a different way, which is not Telugu pronunciation. But Mani Garu.
See, Mani sir also is very strict with the language. He's very strict with the language. No compromise on that. So today I understand the sound of Telugu. So that's why I tell people any word. Even now when I go for any new recordings, I listen to the sound of it. I'm very familiar with the sound. Now Telugu is no more an alien sound to me.
Yes.
So it comes very naturally to me. But I'm still yet to understand what they mean and what every word, the meaning of every word, and then start speaking.
Okay, you know the meaning now.
I understand the meaning. But the problem is I don't get to speak much of Telugu. Especially after Manigaru moving out of Chennai. I hardly speak. Not that even there I hardly speak, because everybody knows Tamil there in the studio.
And one more person who has given you good songs, that is Mickey J. Meyer.
Yes. Mickey was, I think I still remember the time when he came to Chennai and he said he's doing a movie. That was his first film, Happy Days. And I got to work on that song. Ye chikati telipeyani nale anali. That song. And that was an awesome song. It was an awesome time we had during the session. But I had no idea the kind of talent that he possessed. When the movie came out, I fell in love with because I knew right then, because Mickey also has a technique of recording you with very minimal music. So when he records the song, you have no idea what the actual arrangement is going to be. It's a very melody. Only the melody he will tell you what he wants. He's very clear. He's very clear about what he wants. This is how he wants. So you do that and then it's done.
ఇది క్వశ్చన్ అడగడానికి కారణం ఏంటంటే బికాస్ యూ ఆల్సో లెర్న్ సమ్ వెస్టర్న్ క్లాసిక్.
Yeah.
He is also trained in that.
Yes. So that's very well trained.
Very well trained.
Very well trained in that. And but my experience when Happy Days is one of the movies that I went to the theater, I saw in the theater, and I loved the music of it, and the way the music takes the movie and the way the music carries the movie, I was like blown away, you know. So I'm still like very excited and extremely thankful to Mickey, because I have had the opportunity to work with somebody like him and give out some nice songs also for the Mahesh Babu Garu film along with Sriram and Karthik and all those. So
Seethamma Vakitlo.
Seethamma Vakitlo.
First their hero's introduction song.
Yeah, correct. So those songs. So it has been a great experience, and he's another music director I'm still looking forward to working with, because he has so much more to offer in terms of, you know, his potential is extremely potential.
కరెక్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్తారనమాట. అంటే మనకి ఇంకా తెలిసిపోతుంది ఎలా పాడాలనేది. అందనిలోకపు చంద్రికనై
has reigned the Telugu industry. I think there have been instances where Mani Garu had literally fought with the director, fought with the producer.